The best way to take care of the future is to take care of the present moment. Today we are having this mindful session to take care of the present moment. We all welcome the most venerable Dhammakusala Thero for today's program, and I welcome my friends too. If there are any new friends, I gladly welcome them too. Before starting today's session, I would like to give a brief overview of last week's program. At the beginning of the session, Swami Namsa talked about the meme focus, overlook and email, and linked it to mindfulness. Then we did mindful walking and sitting for about 10 minutes, discussed our reports and shared the homework with the group, and ultimately we had some fun by doing a concentrating on the circle activity and then concluded the program. Now I would respectfully invite Dhammakusala Thero to start the program.
Thanks, Laviru. Hello, everyone. So we are starting another session as usual, and it's good to see you. If you can turn on the video and join, that would be better. I can see Laviru and Senara. Others can also join more actively with the video. Yes, now as usual, let's take some time to discuss the idea for today. And this one, it's an interesting idea which we can discuss and understand. Now, sometimes we feel sad. What are such situations? Maybe you have certain experiences when something like this happens. I usually get sad. Those type of experiences are there. So if you can share with the group, what makes you sad? What makes you sad in your day-to-day life? Any such thoughts, ideas? Yes, Laviru.
Getting low grades and like cancelling planned trips and stuff.
Okay, right. So maybe getting low grades in your exams. If you are sensitive to that, then it could be a source of sadness. And cancelled trips, is it? Yeah. When the planned trips, visits cancel, then Laviru's another source of sadness. I can see Senara.
Like when you don't get what you want, you can get sad at times.
Okay, yes. When you don't get what you want, that's a source of sadness. Even with people or things, if you don't get what you want, then naturally you get sad. Okay, thank you for adding that. Any other thoughts? Anyone else? It's not a complicated matter. It's about your own experience, right? So what makes you sad? Senara had something, then Laviru also shared. Anyone else? Any other incidents that make you sad? Any other situations? No idea. Is it? Olu, how about you? I can't see Olu today. Yes, Olu?
I didn't hear the question.
Okay. We asked what make you sad? What are the things that make you sad? For example, Laviru said getting lower grades, or maybe Senara said when you don't get what you want.
I
So
don't
Olu
really
says,
have anything that makes me that sad exactly. But like as you said, when I don't get something I want, that makes me a little sad.
okay, right. Seems like Olu is very mindful. Just a little sadness would be fine. Yes.
Yeah.
Sanhita.
Probably about skipping relational visits.
Okay, right. So that's something you are quite interested in and it makes you sad.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Any other things? Maybe anyone else who would like to share something? Maybe you can think of other things, situations that make you sad. I'm sure Senara covered everything with that one answer. She gave a very deep answer that covers everything. Anyone else? Maybe Niranja auntie can tell us. We know what makes Niranja auntie angry, but this is all about sadness.
Losing loved ones.
Yes, that can really make you sad. That's Niranja auntie's idea. Anyone else? What are other things that make you sad? Any other thoughts you want to add? No. Is it? Okay then. So if we take Senara's idea, you get sad when you don't get what you want. It could happen with people, it could happen with things, situations. When you don't get what you want, naturally you get sad. The other thing with life is that you can't always get what you want. No matter how much you try, no matter how much you fight, the way of life is that you can't always get what you want. Right? So it's natural that you feel sad. If you are living, if you are doing things, then naturally you feel sad because you can't always get what you want. And when you don't get what you want, you feel sad. Yes? So what can we do? Life is like that. You can't always get what you want in life. So what can we do? What is the solution? Any thoughts, any ideas? If life involves sadness because you can't always get what you want, how shall we face it? What can we do about it? Who would like to add something? What is the solution for sadness that you feel? Laviru, yes.
Just accept your fate.
Is that the solution? Yes, accepting your fate. That's Laviru's solution. Anyone else? Any other ideas, thoughts? If life involves things that makes you sad, what can you do? Senara, you have anything? Earlier you
What
gave.
was the question again?
Now let's say you said that when you get sad, when you don't get what you want, right?
Yeah.
So in life, we can't always get what you want.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
So how can you face this? What can you do?
I can ask for it next time.
Yes. Once again, you can try. Yes, that's a good solution. Yes. Laviru is simply accepting his fate, but Senara would fight for it. Try it next time. No, next time you can get better grades. Next time you can get the gift that you didn't get. Yes, that's a good solution. Yes. Laviru, you were beaten by Senara.
Sometimes we can change your attention, like if you're like sad about getting low grades, you can like think about something that makes you happy and be grateful that it's there for you.
Yes, simply changing your focus would be something important to deal with sadness. When you're sad, you can simply focus on something else and try to survive that situation. Yeah, that's another solution. Because usually when we are sad, that's all we can think of. That's where our attention goes all the time. But we can simply focus on something else and, find a little relief, at least for a short while. Any other thoughts, ideas on this? How to navigate sadness? Maybe Niranjanti can tell her secret as well.
As per my like what I said, losing loved ones. So in that one, you cry in that scenario because you cannot do any other thing.
Yes, that you will anyway have to go through it. So accepting and simply expressing your sadness would be a good way to a healthy way to deal with it. Maybe Olu can add her secrets as well. Olu, you said sometimes you get sad, a little sad. So how do you deal with it? Olu is smiling a
Um,
lot, but not talking.
but it's because my dad's talking about something in the background, so I normally when I'm sad, I just like ignore it a bit, like I don't know, because I don't usually get sad.
Okay, yes, you simply ignore it and continue.
Yeah.
I think Laviru's was somewhat similar. I think he mentioned that we should focus on something else other than the sadness, simply ignoring it and continuing. Okay, yes, so we found few answers or solutions from you, and now we can see the weekly flyer. I'm sure you have already seen it. So this one you can, it's a meme that talks about sad situations, more like a tissue that talks, right? And remember, according to our earlier discussion, whether you like it or not, life or living involves things that makes you sad, because you can't always get what you want. So if you can't always get what you want, then those type of situations make you sad, right? We've discussed few ways to deal with these type of situations, like, Laviru's or lose idea, ignoring and continuing with other things. Then Niranja auntie said simply accepting and crying, expressing your sadness in a, it's healthy as well. And Senaya wins the day with, she said, you can try next time. Yes. Once again, you can fight. Next time you can do better. That's also good, right? But this particular one, it shows that, simply accepting the situation and expressing your emotions. The tissue says, I have heard millions of tears and I have never told anyone. And in the background, it says it's okay to cry. Yes, so if living involves situations that make you sad, you can simply, it's okay to be sad, It's not like we shouldn't be sad whenever, right? It's like, sometimes things happen and it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to cry. It's natural when you live. That means that you are living. Yes, Senara?
Um, are we gonna do mindful sitting and walking?
Yes, in a minute. Yeah, seems like you are ignoring the sadness and wanting to continue with the walking, sitting. Yes, you found that solution from Olu, I guess. Olu, is that why you are laughing? Yeah. Yes. So we can see it says that, it's okay to cry. It's the tissue, it says, the box of tissues. Yes. So when you feel sad, first thing you have to understand, it's okay to feel sad. It's natural to feel sad every now and then. That's life. That's how we can live. And when you are sad, we accept that sadness. And if you feel like crying, you can cry. You can simply continue with that sadness, and soon, within few days or within few hours, that sadness disappears. Again, the usual ways will appear. Right? So this today's idea, it says it's okay to cry. It's okay to feel sad. And the tissue box, it tells a secret, saying that I have heard millions of tears and I have never told anyone. Yes, the tissues will keep your secrets. And you can simply cry and express your emotions in a healthy way. Yes, so that's okay. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to cry. You don't have to stay like a statue all the time. It's natural in life that you feel sad. Mindfully, we accept our sadness. Mindfully, we accept the situation and we try to navigate with the support of mindfulness. Okay, so that's it for today's topic. And as Sanara mentioned, we should go to the practice part. Now, first we will do mindful walking. So you have to find some space where you are able to walk in a comfortable manner, and you start walking back and forth in the selected space. And while walking, try to be mindful of your steps. Simply feel the feet. Feel which parts of your feet is touching the ground. Feel how the weight is shifted. And simply feel the texture, temperature of the ground. That way we try to continue our mindful walking. And if we forget the feet, if our attention goes to other things, that's okay. You can once again come back to your feet. Once again, feel the feet. No matter how many times we get carried away, we catch it and we return our attention back to the steps. So that way, let's continue our mindful walking. And when we hear the bell sound, we can come back to our seats. Okay, everyone. That's our time to do the walking today. Now you can come back to your seats and sit in a comfortable manner so we can get started on the sitting session. Adjust your posture. Make sure that you are seated in a comfortable, balanced manner. Then you can gently close your eyes. We are seated and we have our eyes closed. Simply bring your attention to the seated body and notice what you feel. You might feel the natural breathing in your body. Notice how the breath goes in. Notice how it comes out. Again, the breath goes in and it comes out. We try to be mindful of our breathing. Sometimes we get thoughts. We forget the breathing. That is natural, that's okay. Once again, you can bring your attention back to the breath. Once again, you can notice how the breath goes in and how it comes out. Sometimes you feel sleepy. Sometimes pain, irritations appear in your body. And repetitively you get thoughts. But among all these things, we try to be mindful of our breath. Let's continue a few more minutes of sitting like this. Okay, everyone. Now you can open your eyes again. That's our time to do mindful walking and sitting today. Next, let's take some time to write our mindful experience. You can take your journals and start writing about today's mindful walking and sitting. We are going to take about 10 minutes to complete today's mindful report. I can see Sanhita is done with his report. Anyone else? When you are done, you can use the Zoom hand. Laviru, shall we continue into the discussion? I hope you can
It's
manage.
fine. It's fine. Sanhita, you can unmute now.
Mindful walking. When I was doing mindful walking, I felt my steps. I walked for about 543 steps. The temperature was about 40% hot and 60% cold. I took my attention to the session, and when the bell rang, I sat on my chair. Mindful sitting. When I was doing mindful sitting, I felt my breathing. I kept my attention to the session. The inhaling was cold, but the exhaling was hot. And when the bell rang, I opened my eyes. That's the end of the report.
Okay, Sanhita, your observations are good. 40% hot, 60% cold. That way you feel, and you feel the temperature difference between the in-breath and the out-breath. It's good to observe all those details, because when you observe those details, you are sure that you are in the present moment. Your attention is there in the moment when you observe those details. So that way we keep practicing mindfulness. Always remember to observe these details in your body, in the walking body, in the breathing, in order to be mindful more and more. You can do the same thing in your daily life as well. Anyone else who would like to share their report? You can use the Zoom hand to show.
Tehar and Vinith, you can unmute now.
Mindful walking. I did 20 to 24 steps per direction. I walked in a different area today. I forgot to take my socks off. Therefore, I couldn't feel the texture of the ground. The bell rang and I went back to my chair. Mindful sitting. I opened my eyes to drink water. The constant flow of water was hurting my tummy. I heard a sound, but I couldn't put my finger on it. The bell rang and I opened my eyes. Mindful walking. I did 22 to 24 steps per lap. I was in a different place today, so this step count is much higher than usual. I heard the loud thud of my foot hitting the ground every time I stepped. Although this was a little bit annoying, it also brought my mind back to my walking occasionally. I focused on my walking. Mindful sitting. I felt a little bit sleepy. I didn't fall asleep. I felt my breath go in and out of my mouth and nose. I got a little bit distracted a few times. I focused on my breathing. Thank you.
Yes. So walking in a different place, you can feel that there are a higher number of steps in one direction. That's okay. What matters is simply being mindful, continuing your mindfulness, and you can see, you can feel the texture, temperature of the ground, and you can hear the sound of your steps.
Yeah.
Although it's a sound, it is in the moment, it is in the walking. So hearing the sound of your steps, it shouldn't be considered as a distraction.
Yeah.
Instead, simply knowing that the sound, knowing that the steps are there, that way we can make sure that we are mindful.
Yeah.
Time to time, we can practice listening to the sounds mindfully.
Yeah.
When you get a moment, you can try that. Not only the breath, even the sounds, we can observe mindfully how a whole lot of sounds are there.
Yes.
various sounds. Some are soft, some are loud, some are close by, some are from far away.
Yes.
That way we can listen mindfully.
Yeah.
Both of you can try mindful listening together and see how you can continue mindfulness like that.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Seems like only Laviru is there. Yes, Lavir.
Mindful walking. I felt that my hands were touching each other. I felt how there were rough and soft parts of the floor. I felt which direction I turned to. My right leg was paining a little. I felt calm and relaxed. I felt the head, the heat from the heater. I felt that my muscles were sore. I also felt a lot of thoughts rushing in and out of my mind. I heard the bell ring loud. Mindful sitting. I felt how my arms were resting on the chair arm. I felt a little back pain. I felt how my hands were touching each other. I felt how my head was moving back and forth. I felt how my legs were grounded on the floor. I realized how thoughts were slowly reducing. I didn't feel anything for a long time. After some time, when the bell rang, I realized that my head was resting on the chair. I also felt a little sleepy. When the bell rang, I felt startled and also felt like not a lot of time has gone. End of the report, son.
Yes, Laviru, when we are mindful of the body, sometimes the sensations are not always pleasant. Some irritations are there, some muscles are there, pain, those things are felt. But you have to understand, although the sensations are not pleasant, those sensations help us to be mindful. When there is pain, irritations in the body, naturally they grab our attention. But usually we have aversion towards it. We don't like the pain. We don't like these bodily difficulties. We have aversion towards it. But if you can observe without aversion, they are simply sensations. Whether pleasurable or painful, that's simply bodily sensations. That's how the body functions. So simply knowing these sensations, simply being mindful of these sensations, whether pleasurable or painful, we can continue our mindful practice. So always remember, although the bodily sensations are not pleasant sometimes, they help us to be in the moment. They help us to come to the present moment. That way you can practice bringing attention to your body, not only while doing walking, sitting, but even in your daily life. Okay, I think that's it for our discussion for today. Next, we have today's. Do we have homework, Lavin?
No, son. We're going straight to the activity. I would kindly invite Niranja Auntie for today's activity.
Thank you, Laviro. Hello, everyone. Today we are going to do an activity with tissues. I'm wondering whether you have the items. If not, we can like the cardboard and the keychain. If you don't have those items, we can go for some art only. I'm just showing you one sample of this. If you have this kind of a cardboard, it's good. So if you don't have this type, can you see? You need to have like thick cardboard, something like this.
Yes, that we can see, but let's see who are participating for the activity. I can
Yes, ma'am.
see few of the kids are there. So feel free to turn on your video and join with Niranja auntie for the activity. Yes. Do you have material or do you need some time? Yes.
Sometimes I might need some time.
Okay, you can go and gather them.
Yeah, I
Others
will.
also, if you don't have the materials, you can gather them in a moment. Niranja auntie will tell you what's needed exactly.
Yeah, that's what I will check what we want. We want some tissue papers and a pair of scissors and paint, glue. Glue, we need this white color thing if you have, and 2 cups and one with water. I think that's all. And a tweezer, because you cannot like at the end of the session we need a tweezer. If you have
Okay, Niranjan, I think that time will be enough.
Okay, thank you, Laviru. And I'm going to start. First, we are going to draw a small shape on this piece of cardboard. So I have something like this. It's like maybe 2.5 inch square. So you are going to draw like I'm going to draw a heart. So if you want to draw something else, it's okay. So to draw the heart, I'm going to draw it in a piece of paper and then draw it here, because I cannot draw straight away, because like this you have to draw, but I'm thinking I'll draw here and cut it and do it later here like this. So something like this you are going to draw. We need heart. If you don't like heart, you can have a flower or something you like, you can draw here, and you need to take that piece out. You are going to cut. So mine is like this. If you don't have the thick paper like this, it's okay, we can do it even with the thin paper. So now keep that aside. Now you have to take a bowl with small water and take your tissue papers. So you are going to cut these tissue papers in small pieces like this. I'll show you, and we can put the water later. Like this size, the small pieces you cut it and put it into this ball.
Niranjan, sorry to disturb.
Yes.
I think it's better to remove the blur in your background. There's like a blur, I think.
No, I already removed. Laviru, you cannot see?
Sometimes it goes blurry. Can you check? There's like a thing called portrait lighting. If it's on, it's also gonna be blurry.
Video, yeah. Video. Virtual background. Wait a minute. Appearance. Portrait lighting. Now maybe. Okay.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
No problem.
You need like, depending on your heart, you need maybe you can judge 2 or 3 tissue papers to cut like this. We need small pieces. Those who haven't got these items, you can draw a heart in a cardboard, and you can join with me. I will do both, like
Auntie, after we cut the tissues, do we
yes.
put water?
Yes, you have to put water. I'll show you how to do. You put water
And
here.
approximately how many like pieces do we need?
It's depending on your the piece of cardboard. So if it is big, you might need more tissue papers,
Oh,
because
okay.
we are going to put water, and we are going to squeeze this and take it
Oh,
out. And while cutting, you notice the sound of your scissors. You have to be mindful. You have to recall your memory, how
yeah.
we are going to be mindful with all the activities we are doing. So I use, I think, 3 or 2 tissue
Oh.
papers. can I go ahead now? I have this much tissue papers and I'm going to put water here, and I need another cup. After I'll show you. I'm going to squeeze the water out from this first cup. Okay, so I forgot to tell you, you might have to keep a serviette near you. Okay, so now you can see it's like this. Now you take a small amount and you squeeze it. You squeeze properly and drop it into the other empty cup. You have to squeeze all the water out. When you do that, the amount is getting less and less, not the same quantity you will see. See, it's less, very less. Okay, now you can see I have this type of balls with me. So I'm going to break that balls into small pieces. Very small pieces like this. Okay, now for this we are going to add the color you want. What is the color you want? And the glue. So I'm going to add red color. You need little liquid type of paint because mine is dry. I'm going to I add some water to get it liquid type. Okay, So okay. Okay, I'm going to add little glue here and I'm going to mix everything together. I think it's not coming. Wait a minute. I'm going to use my fork because I don't want to mix with my hand. It will touch everywhere. So you have to mix this with glue and the coloring together to this tissue paper. The small pieces into the small pieces. It should be little sticky. It's not completely dry, separated one. It should be sticky. So my glue, I think it's not coming out very well. It's got stuck inside.
Ranjan, do we need like lot of glue so like they stick together?
They stick together, kind of. Yes.
Oh,
Okay, and not actually stick, Laviru. The each one should cover with glue, like red. So with the tweezer, we are going to bring small pieces into the heart, like the cardboard.
oh,
Okay, so mine, I think it's okay, because I need glue here. So once you finish this, you need to apply little glue onto this cardboard heart, so like this.
oh, oh.
Okay, so we are going to from the tweezer, you can ask your mother, I think, a tweezer. So if you don't have, you have to pick it from I think this fork. I am trying. Yes, from the fork also you can try. Okay, now I'm going to apply little glue here to cover the heart, but I'm doing half of it first. From the tweezer, I'm going to pick little by little, like this. You are going to paste. Once you put it into the heart, also you can slowly grab small pieces, and you can grab from here also. If it is too big, you can slowly break it down to small pieces and stick. Those who have the cardboard one also, you can just take this and you can decorate it like this way. If you don't have the thick cardboard piece, you can do it from here, with the small one. With the thin one, you can put it like this. So the idea is to cover the whole area with our tissue paper, the broken ones. So it's like this. My one is coming like this. So continue to do, and I'll show you one side. I don't think we can finish the whole thing today, but I'll show you how you have to do it. So okay, does it look like a heart? Hopefully yes. So you have to cover this area, this the back side and the round of the. So what you have to do next is you have to make a hole here. From here I'm using a safety pin. So you're making a hole here and try to put the keychain on that. So make your own keychain used with tissue paper and the cardboard. So it's going to be like this way. So I'm trying to put this hook there. I hope it will work. If you don't have this keychain, you can continue pasting this what do you call this tissue paper here and make a small art of it. Either this or this you can do. You can get adult help on doing this because I also can't move my fingers onto this cardboard thing. Okay, it's going from one end.
Ranjan, we can make the hole after it's like dried, right?
It's yeah, that's what happening for me also, and it's I cannot see the other part. So once you finish, it will be like this. So let me show you. I'm going to make this. So once you finish, it will be like this. So because I cannot hold, because I need, I think, more tools to cover it. It's, so it will be like this. Keep it like this. And I'm going to continue with this. So today also slowly, mindfully, silently we have to do this activity. So I think it's now almost we are at the end of our time. Maybe you can finish it after and let it dry, and if you have the keychain you can do something like this. So I'm just showing only because mine I cannot touch, it's little, it's still wet, so I cannot see the holes properly. So when it dry I will put the holes and I will complete the balance. Hope you did with me, because I didn't ask anyone are you with me or no. I just continued what I was doing.
I was doing it,
Okay,
but
thank you. Yeah,
just Vihas and Hasini has their camera.
camera
I
on.
think they're doing it.
Okay,
Yeah.
they are doing. Can we see? Okay, wait. I will. Okay, nice. Thank you very much. Okay, you need to send me a photo. I'll share my WhatsApp number here. Okay, here my name and the number. Please share your photo. We can share with Swamin Mahansen and the others next week. So, Sehara and Vinith, did you do? Maybe they will share with me later.
Yes, we did do it.
Okay, please share with me later. We
Okay.
can, yes, we can show Kiniti auntie next week because I'm missing her today here. Okay, nice, Sehara. Oh, good. Let me see again. Okay, nice. Yes, thank you for doing the activity. Himandi, you did? Give me a minute, Himandi. I want to see. Thank you. Nice. Okay, please share this photo with me, or else we have to take a group photo. Thank you.
I haven't been as honest with you. What are you talking about? The egg pork. Egg pork? This restaurant that I thought was kosher, but I now know was not kosher. So you made a mistake. I went back.
You what? Why?
I don't know. I didn't particularly like the taste. It was just more like, I just felt good.
Okay, Laviru, I think everyone got the idea. Swami Nohansa is still here today. Any idea, Swami Nohansa?
Ranjani, I'm not sure if he's here because he said that he's going to do something. Yeah.
Okay. I thought Swaminwas is here still. Okay. It's okay. Thank you, everyone, doing the activity with me. It was little hard for me, but y'all grabbed the ideas than I expected. So I'm happy for that because I'm all alone today and okay, so I'm going to do, so once one side is properly dry, you can do the other side because mine also still it's wet. So when I'm touching it, some tissue papers are falling down. So I'll keep it to dry and make it little later. Okay, Laviru. I think the idea gone with everyone, so you can take over.
Okay.
So the activity is with tissue because tissue box said that it's okay to cry, and I'm holding all everyone's what was it? Everyone's secrets or
Everyone's cries, I think.
cries? Yes, yeah. It says I have
Everyone's
heard
tears.
tears. So everyone's tears. Yes. Okay, thank you everyone being with me with the activity. Over to you, Laviru.
Okay, thank you, Auntie. Most Venerable Ramakusara Swami, as we are at the end of this program, I would like to give a brief of today's session. As usual, we started the session by talking about the topic, It's Okay to Cry, and how it's related to mindfulness. Then we did mindful walking and sitting, then read and discussed our reports with the group. I would like to thank Niranja Aunty for doing today's keychain activity with us. Finally, I am taking this opportunity to thank our most Venerable Dhammakasala Thero, respectively on behalf of all the mindful friends who have joined for today's session and for giving us this valuable experience about mindfulness. Have a mindful week, everyone.
Thank you, Laviru, being co-host. Have a mindful week, everyone. We have sent Hasini. Please share the photo with me. If not, please bring it next week. We can show lively to Swami Nohanse. Even Sihara and Vinit, please keep it with you for next week. Okay. Have a mindful week, everyone. Thank you.